Hello and welcome everyone. Today I'm excited to bring to you this video, this session, which is on 60 secrets to a happy PhD. So what I wanted to cover today is a recap of all the things that I have shared with you all over the last 60 days in a row. All the 60 videos and how these videos has helped many of the students like you who are pursuing their PhD or maybe post PhD. All right, so let's walk through some of these achievements, as I would say. But I have what I've done today is to taken this liberty to explain this whole journey through a student named Ava, right? So the title for today's session is Ava's Path to PhD Success. So have you ever wondered if there is an easy guide to navigating the complex world of PhD studies? Yeah, this may be a question that you all may have been exploring or experiencing or thinking, and same with Ava as well. She also thought about the same thing as to whether anything like this exists that could help her make her PhD more enjoyable and easy. So meet Ava, a dedicated scholar facing the same uncertainties like you pursuing her PhD. As Ava sits with her pile of books and research papers, she wonders, can watching a few videos really make a difference in her PhD journey? So that is a question that Ava is thinking as she approaches this challenge of pursuing PhD. In today's session, I'm going to share how Ava became a diligent scholar in 60 days following my daily webinars that I have started in March 2024. Her journey through the world of PhD studies was filled with challenges, just like you all, but also with valuable lessons and deep insights that she got from these by following these videos. Ava transformed her research journey with determination. She watched all the 60 videos, transforming her research skills and boosting her confidence to new heights. And I think that you all should also experience or follow something similar to ensure that you are progressing well with your PhD. So all these 60 videos I have shown on a timeline, right? Starting from video 1, video 2, and so on and so forth. And every video adds some value to you as a researcher, as a student, you pursuing your PhD, right? So the first video, which I started on 1st of March, was on how to read a PhD thesis fast. So this gave Ava because this was the first challenge that Ava encountered during her studies, right? So reading super long, confusing PhD thesis can be challenging. But with the techniques she learned in this video, she was quickly able to master the efficient way or skill of reading a PhD thesis. So I guess you all can also follow Ava's strategy of following these videos, this video series step by step. And it is covering literally everything, almost everything that you would need in your PhD program. The second video was about how to do a research proposal, right? So moving ahead with the knowledge she got from this video, Ava crafted a compelling research proposal that laid the foundation for her PhD journey. So the second video on research proposal was very useful in Ava to prepare for her research proposal that she used for her PhD admission. Now the admission video, which is the third video, how to apply for admission in Australia. So this video covered the basic steps that you need to follow to apply for a PhD admission in Australia. And one of that happens to be applying for writing a research proposal. So if you have watched the video 2, video 3 would be very much relevant and useful in this whole process of applying for your PhD. Then we looked at how to apply for postdoc in Australia, and Ava, as an was an avid planner, right? She explored what the future after a PhD would look like and began equipping herself during her program to prepare for postdoc opportunities, right? So she looked at what is needed in postdoc, and what are the requirements for postdoc application, and what is it that she can do to prepare herself for those, for the life after PhD, or a career after completing the PhD program. Next, we looked at how to read a journal paper fast. Yeah. So, in a quest for knowledge, Eva had to navigate through countless journal papers. Yeah. This video empowered her to efficiently extract information from these scholarly sources. So, how can you speed up your research through efficiently reading a journal paper? Is what I covered in this video, and this is what Eva followed as well. So moving on to the sixth video that I did on 6th of March, which was how to find a research supervisor. And this video was helpful, or would be helpful, for anyone who is planning to apply for a PhD program. And one of the first things that you need to do is to find an appropriate supervisor who is willing to supervise you in your PhD research, right? So look at this video, follow this for the guidance on how to approach the right research supervisor. After that, I did a series of videos which helped Eva to apply the research, or to tailor or focus, or conceive her research such that it has industry applications. So the research not only derived useful insights for as a research, but it was also applicable for industry. So how to do industry focused research, which was on the 7th, followed by why is industry research relevant, next how to approach industry partners, and how to find a industry research problem. All these 4 videos helped Eva to apply and to select a research problem that is industry focused or industry driven, so that the impact of her research would be very much more visible. So moving on from there, we moved into the methodology aspect of research. So here I did a couple of videos on different methodologies that you can use when you are conducting research, both for industry perspective as well as in pure academic research. So looking at those 2 videos, methodological guide part 1 and part 2, it gave further insights into the nuances of industry and academic research methodologies, empowering Eva to navigate the complexities of her interdisciplinary research. Yeah. Next, we looked at the benefits of industry research for students. Yeah, and how to apply for industry research grants, and what do grant reviewers look for. These 3 things are very important, because during the course of your research, you have to start applying for small little grants, that can help you, provide you maybe some additional funding or scholarship during your research. It could be like a top-up scholarship that you receive from the industry for being for participating in a small project, but you need to apply for such grants. It could be a paid internship as well. So all these things were covered in these 3 videos from 14th to 16th of March. Next, we looked at different types of research grants, right? So on 17th, I spoke about types of research grants. On 19th, we talked about linkage grants. 20th, we talked about discovery grants. So these are all different types of research grants that are available in Australia. Yeah, there will be similar grants maybe available in other countries, so you can look out for those. But these grants are a way to kind of explore what is it that is in, what are the different funding opportunities that are available. So linkage and discovery grants are post PhD, you can apply. But there are similar other grants that you can always explore, which are suitable for PhD applicants. So we looked into that during these sessions. Then one thing that was interesting was professional development. I thought, as a PhD scholar, as a PhD candidate, you need to take on additional activities that help to build your professional standard. Yeah, so professionally you have to be ready for post PhD job opportunities or anything or wherever your career takes you. So the professional so personality professional development and post PhD career options. So these two videos on the 18th and 21st of March really took a different angle, not purely research based videos, but these videos gave you the whole complete uh, growth that you need as a PhD candidate so that you're ready for the workforce post your PhD. Then on the 22nd of March, we looked at the video on how to maximize meeting outcomes. So same with Ava, everyone who is currently pursuing their PhD, you need to look at this video because this talks about how you should make the most of the time that you have with your PhD supervisor. So how you should prepare for the meeting, how you should give advanced agenda to your supervisor, what are the three most important things that you would want to achieve or get from that meeting. Make a note of all those things and prepare for your meeting. So that was very useful. It's useful to everyone, on what students can do during for better preparing for their research meetings. Next, we looked at how PhD scholars like you all or like Ava can do some part-time jobs along with their research. And I did two suggestions here. One was to do a job that are related to your profession. So I called it as the professional part-time jobs. Okay. And the other one was more about any kind of a non-professional job that you can do when you are working, outside of the your chosen field or profession. So this thing is important because there is always some form of financial crunch during your PhD program if you are not funded. So if you do not have funding, then you have to resort on part-time jobs to help you support your during the 2 or 3 years of your PhD. So next we looked at the use of AI for your research. So there has been a lot of progress on AI, especially ChatGPT and other AI tools that are specifically custom designed for researchers. So we looked at some of these tools on how AI can be used to streamline your research. What are the different areas where ChatGPT and other tools could be useful in this whole research journey. So we covered all those things. Then we looked at motivation. Sometimes on many a times I see students will get demotivated during their PhD program. So if you are experiencing that, what is it that you can do? So you need to have a plan, action that you can take to bring yourself out of the demotivated stage. So the video on 27th March, this video provided Ava with strategies to stay motivated and focused during the challenging moments of her PhD journey. So you can also look at these videos if you are feeling that like that. Next, we looked at how can you use ChatGPT to develop a new algorithm. This was a very dedicated video, especially if you are kind of in the process of developing a new algorithm for your research. Yeah, so we covered many different AI related videos over this 60 days, and I guess it gave you all the ability to understand the capability of AI and how it can help you in your research. Then we looked at towards the end of the month of March, I did a video on how to design your CV and what is brain food. Yeah, so the purpose of the video on how to design CV was to get you prepared for post PhD. Yeah, so you may be in your second year or your third year of your PhD and you're thinking what next. So first thing that you would need to do is to start building your CV properly, and then also look at what is it that you can do special compared to the others, that will make you stand apart, make you unique. So we covered some of that in the CV video. And then the month of March was concluded with a video on what is brain food. And this was a very different video compared to all the other videos that I did. And I thought it was very important to cover this aspect in my video series, because see, when you are doing your PhD, your creativity power has to be at its peak. Your mind, your brain has to be very creative and thinking. So you need to be able to feed your brain the right food so that it performs at its best capability. So that is what was covered in the month of March, right? So this whole month, just like literally, I didn't realize how time flew. Every day there was one video I had to make. I had to prepare the slides for these videos. And when I finished the 30th, the video on the 31st of March, I was thinking whether I should continue this for another 1 month or so. But then I was so enjoying that it had become like a habit that every evening I have to sit down and make this do this webinar live. And I thought it may be equally interesting for those who are following me on this journey, that you will be getting something new every day. So I decided that, okay, I'm going to continue this for another 1 month. And then this is where the videos for the month of April started. So when I started in April, the thought that I had was I wanted to talk about something little bit outside of research, but to give you it in a context that it applies to you as a researcher, right? So then I thought, what could I do? This is when I came up with the idea that I will pick up specific challenges that students face, PhD candidates face during their PhD life, right? So I came up with this idea that I'll talk about specific things like overthinking. So how to manage overthinking was done. How to unlock your creativity was another video that I did. Managing procrastination, how to manage procrastination and be more successful and more productive in your research. Then power of persistence, because persistence is something that you really need during your research, during your PhD journey, because you should not give up. You should not give up at all. So sometimes you do feel that, oh, it is time, I'm just not progressing at all and I think I need to stop. If you're feeling like that, come watch this video and you will find a direction to come out of your situation. And then I talked about dreams, how to unleash your dreams. So PhD is a dream for you, which is why you are doing a PhD. So don't let that dream crash. Take all possible steps that you can to make sure you are successful. And here I spoke about a lot about what is it that you can do to manage to be successful in your dreams. So do check that out. It's very nice. Then I looked at the importance of power. How power is needed and to get you over anything that you are facing or challenges that you're facing during your studies or during your PhD. Then we moved on to power of imagination. So as researchers, we are there to imagine things that are possible but are not built yet. So how to leverage your imagination capability, how to drive it, how to be crazily imaginative and do what others think may not be possible, and you are there to prove them wrong. So imagination is a really strong in academics, in researchers. Then we looked at power of infinite intelligence, self-confidence blueprint, and so on. So many such topics we covered during these sessions. We did a session on generative AI as well, where I showed you how to use ChatGPT to conduct your research. Continued on with talking about hope, because one thing that a lot happens during your PhD is you give up hope, and once that happens, there is no way coming back. So if you are experiencing that situation, you're thinking that, oh, there's nothing that I can do with my research, I'm just not progressing any further, come and watch this video. I hope that this video on hope will give you the hope that you need to be successful in your PhD. Then I talked a lot about communication, because communication is the key in not just as a researcher but in your real life as well, outside of your PhD. So that is very important, and communication was very well connected with the next video that I did, which was on branding or personal brand. So how you can build a personal brand, and how is it important, or why is it important to have a strong personal brand, is what I covered in that session. And you have to watch that carefully, and you have to follow whatever I have mentioned in those videos, in this video, because you need the time that you're in your PhD is the time that you have to prepare yourself for the future, right? So building your brand from the day one of your PhD should be something that you should do. Following that, I did a series of videos on ChatGPT and how it can be useful for structuring a journal paper or structuring a systematic literature review paper, or even explaining the difference between systematic literature review and a scoping systematic mapping studies, and so on. So research proposal using ChatGPT, thematic analysis using ChatGPT. And then I had a very interesting idea that I covered on the 50th video, which was PhD in 1 year. And here I debated whether it is possible to finish your PhD in a year. And instead of asking, can you finish your PhD, I rephrased the question to, how can you finish your PhD in 1 year? And when you rephrase that question, you start to think about ways in which you could try to make it possible. So do check out that video, because I give some interesting suggestions in terms of how you can apply the planning strategies, so that you are always prepared for the next task that you have to do when you are pursuing your research. Next video, the next series of videos, again very helpful. One was on how to do a presentation or a PowerPoint in 1 minute, and I showed how this can be done using ChatGPT. 10 mistakes that can happen when you're doing your PhD during your PhD. So how you can avoid this. The next one, which was probably got a lot of interest, is how I mark a PhD thesis. And if you are in your final stages of writing your thesis, do check this video, because this video is going to tell you at least my insights or my approach to marking a PhD thesis. And at least don't make those mistakes when you are conducting your research, or writing your thesis, because typically these are some of the things that we as researchers or examiners of PhD thesis will look for. So make sure that at least these things that I have mentioned, you accommodate that. Our next two videos were, one was on writing a proper abstract, how you should avoid writing a poor abstract. And I have given you a template that you can download and follow when you're writing an abstract. It could be for your research paper, could be for your proposal, or could be for your PhD. Right. The following video, which is on what's in it for me. It's a very interesting take. What I did was I showed some of the emails that I received from prospective PhD candidates that they want to pursue their PhD under my supervision, and the kind of emails that they write. And there is a lot of things for you all to learn when you are sending out emails like this to professors at universities. So watch this video if you are in that stage of your research where you want to approach, and don't make the mistakes that many of these students have done when they have approached me. And finally, towards the end of April, I did 4 more videos. One was on 40 different tools that you can use during your PhD. So definitely watch this video and download and subscribe and start using all the tools that I have suggested in that video. Next video that I did, which was on a topic which I called as mini PhD, or I could also call it as a pre-PhD. And the thing that I covered there was, what do students really need to know before they begin their PhD program, and whether there is a course that they can do where they will be taught some of the basics that are required to uh, to prepare them for the PhD. Yeah, at the moment there is no such program, no such course that exists which prepares students for pursuing a PhD. You enter the PhD program and then you learn as you progress. But think about it, for anything else, you always prepare and then you appear. So prepare for an exam and then you go give the test, right? Or give the exam. So something like that has to be there for PhD program as well, where you are prepared to with some basics. And all these 60 videos that I have covered, that I have done in the last 2 months, they are kind of somehow related to this idea that I have of a mini PhD. So if you go through these 60 videos, you will get an idea of what is expected from a PhD scholar, right? And it will give you like a first-hand experience of what would be required for you to complete a PhD. What is the real effort that is needed, in getting this doctoral program. Then a couple more videos. One was on how to search a SLR paper, where I showed how to use ChatGPT along with Google Scholar to speed up your process of finding relevant SLRs. And finally, what is a reverse PhD, or what do I mean by a reverse PhD? So the concept of reverse PhD was that you should start with the end in mind. So your end goal is to finish your thesis by a specific date, and from there you walk backwards to where you are now and make a detailed plan of what you need to do to finish all the deliverables. So I have a template as well that you can download from that video. And that's all. So those were the 60 video. The 60th video is the today's video that I'm doing. But yeah, go through all these videos. I feel that you will gain a lot of knowledge that will help you in your PhD program. And there are a lot more things that I want to cover, and I will cover in the coming in the future. But these 60 videos are at least a good start for you all to begin and learn from my experience on making your PhD journey more enjoyable. So I want to take this time to thank you all for being with me for the last 60 days. Time really flies. I can't imagine that it is the 60th day and I have consistently made one video every day. It has taken a lot of effort on my end, not just delivering the lecture, but planning what I should make the content on and preparing the slide decks and so on. It was an amazing experience, I should say. And I hope you all enjoyed it as well as I enjoyed making these videos for you. All right. So what's next? What I'm going to do in the month of May is I'm going to take a little bit of a break, right? It has been quite a journey for me every day being ready with a new video. So I think my brain needs a bit of a rest, but doesn't mean that I won't be around. I will be. What I want to do now is to ask you all to send me questions, whatever related questions to your research, and I will try to answer them through either short videos like reels or shorts, or I would write a blog article to answer that question for you. All right. So I thank you all once again for being there with me over this last 2 months and encouraging me and supporting me in this journey. And I would like you all to take the time to spend the time to learn through all these videos. Whatever I have shared, whatever knowledge I have tried to cover in these. Any other topics that you would want me to make the videos, please let me know, and I will schedule it maybe for the following month. I'll probably take a month off in May, and again start back in June. I've not planned it yet, but let's see how things go. But yeah, these 60 videos are there for you to consume, to learn, and to become a great researcher. All right, that's all today. Take care, and I'll miss you all, and have a great evening. Bye.